Yes.
First Tuesday of January would be the
The
third.
third, right.
After the holiday.
Yeah, well, I think we need to move, you know? You know, I mean, we've already had,
I won't be able to attend the first Tuesday
Okay.
in January. I've got a reorganization meeting.
Okay,
that I
all
have
right.
to attend.
would it make, Mayor?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, would it make sense to, would you rather do the second Tuesday in January and then the first Tuesday?
Yeah, I
Seth?
would,
Yeah,
I would, go ahead.
I personally could not do that date, the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month of board, that
Would
meetings
it-
in Cherry Hill.
and there are Board of Ed meetings in Merchantville
Right,
also,
right,
you know,
yeah.
so, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I thought that the first Tuesday would probably
Generally
be
better.
generally better for most people,
We have to make an exception for January because of it being right after
right after the,
the holiday, and people, there are going to be many reorganizations
Right,
throughout the
right.
community.
so the 17th would be the third Tuesday of the month. Would that work for most people? And then after that, going with the first Tuesday would be February 7th, et cetera, going with
I'm
the
sorry,
first Tuesday?
what was that first thing?
The first date would be January 17. I can go through my calendar here and say the February would be February 7. The first Tuesday in March would be March 6. First Tuesday in April would be April 3rd. May, the 1st, May Day. June would be the 5th. July would be the 3rd.
July 3rd.
July 3rd,
It's probably not a good day.
the day before,
That's the day before,
Yeah, it's
the day
probably
before
not.
4th of July.
People will be away.
Do you want to go with the 17th, which would be the Thursday, the third Tuesday of that month? Okay,
That would be
July
July 7th.
17th, right. And August 7th would be the August meeting. And I'm going to stop at that one because we, I believe the intention of the Cherry Hill and the organizing committee in Merchantville, Connecting for the Future, that the plan was to have this go to vote in November of next year. In order for that to happen, as I understand it, it has to go on the ballot in August, I believe, if it's going to be approved and go on the ballot. So after August, if we need to continue on, we would be able to add meetings to that. But I would like to stop at August 7th at this point until we see where we're going at that
Okay.
point. Does that make sense? Does anyone
Yeah.
have anything else to say
okay.
about that?
So would it be 7:30? Is that? the-
Yes, we'll see at 7:30, or in some places 7:15 with,
For
No,
those who are
7:30,
habitually-
yes.
For those who are habitually late at 7:15. Okay.
okay, any, yeah,
Go
Mrs.
ahead,
Mayor, go ahead.
No, these are the meetings for the commission as we've just set them up, but we will have a special meeting of the commission later this month because we're waiting for the, and I'm going to just jump to it. if
Sure,
you
go
don't
ahead,
mind.
yes, that was the word, yeah. Yeah.
Number 9 is provide a status report on the RFP for the study commission, and that report will be coming in the 18th of December, I believe, and we will know who is vying for the consultant, and shortly after that, we will have to have a meeting to approve the consultant so that we can move ahead. So there will be a special meeting in December to be announced, and we can only wait until we get the report from the consultants.
Okay.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. No, that's fine, no, that's fine, I was really finished with that. I mean, it kind of goes together with what you were just saying.
Right.
For those of you that aren't familiar with RFP is a request for proposal, and it's a document that goes out to people who might be interested in applying for the job of being the consultant for this commission. And there's a booklet of information that's gone out already, and we will get bids essentially back from consultants with prices that they would be charging. And then once they're opened, then we can make a decision about which way we want to go with the consultant, which consultant seems to make the most sense for us to go with. And kind of piggybacking on this is the idea of a budget. Until we get a consultant proposal, we really can't develop a budget. So the budget is going to have to be dependent on the RFP response, what the consultants charge, are expecting to charge, and what kinds of things we need to figure into the budget in order to have the study completed in a way that makes sense for us and provides information to the communities, for both communities. So a budget will not be essentially talked about until the January meeting. Okay, everyone, and questions or?
Just want to
Yes,
make a comment.
sure.
After we receive the RFPs, we will go through them diligently, and those that we feel will be able to do the job, we will interview. As we've already had one interview, people came in and asked us questions, and it's not just going to be something accepting the lowest price or the lowest bid. We want to know who we're dealing with and what their qualifications are and so forth and so on, which are generally in the RFP, but we can go a little deeper.
Any questions, comments from the commissioners about the RFP budget process? Maybe before we open it up to the public, are there, does anyone have anything to say? George, did you want to say something? Would you introduce yourself so that
Yes,
they all know who you
that's
are?
what I was going to do,
Okay.
Mr. Chairman. I thought it would be appropriate for me to introduce myself. My name is George Hoiber. I'm a former and retired manager of Maple Shade, in case some of you might recognize the name. I still live in Maple Shade. I'm only about 4 minutes away from here, so very close by. I also now, since my retirement, do part-time work for the Department of Community Affairs, and the commissioner asked me to serve as the commission, as DCA's representative on this commission. So while I'm a non-voting representative, I am liaising with DCA here, and that's for all of you at the other end of the table whom I didn't get to introduce myself to, and everybody here in the audience. So I'll be here to offer advice, and so far I have none to offer. You guys are incredibly well organized. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Can you
George.
spell your last name from?
Haeu, B as in boy, E-R. Thanks.
And is Margaret Nicolosi here? Oh,
Yes.
Margaret, okay.
Yes.
Would you introduce yourself too?
Sure. I'm Peggy Nicolosi, and I am the Executive County Superintendent for Camden County and Burlington County, and I am the liaison from the Department of Education to act as a resource and to work with your school committee.
Okay, great. Any other introductions or anything for the good of the order that needs to be, that anybody would like to bring up at this point?
There will be other professionals that will probably be attending our meetings in the future, and as they come aboard, we will have them introduce themselves and tell you what their qualifications are. I just want to make one comment that this is going to be a very, very transparent commission. Everything will be above the board, above the table, and we will keep all of you informed through various means of what we are doing and how we're doing it. And that's one of the things that is very important in a project of this magnitude, that everybody understands everything, because rumors run rampant. And when you don't know the facts or have the facts, people start to wonder what's going on. But everything will be very transparent.
Yes, I agree. I mean, that's the way that I work, and I know that that we will do whatever we can to make sure that it is a transparent process, and not doing things behind closed doors, so to speak. And just in case, I can I can anticipate that some people might think that we've already had a bunch of meetings about this stuff. The meetings that we've had are about how to make this meeting work, so that we don't just kind of fumble along. As far as content, what we're going to do, how things are going to go, Those things have not been discussed at this point. From today on, that's when we start getting into this. So the meetings and the contacts back and forth between the two commission bodies have really been just strictly logistical. How are we going to do this? Who's going to be chairing the meetings? Who's going to be doing whatever? So again, so that we don't come up here and fumble.